beginning to receive is welcome news for homeowners up and down the Pioneer Valley, and state officials look ready to begin recovering. That doesn't mean, though, that we're back to normal. In fact, the water is still moving quite quickly, and we're still very deep here in the Connecticut River in Northampton and at a measuring point in Holyoke. That means recreational water is discharging.
Wow, this is a lot. This is a lot of rain, a lot of flooding, and you don't really see this so often as high as it is. Speaking of things you don't see very often, how's that? That's Kodak T-Max 400. You guys never see me shoot black and white. That's what we're gonna do today. See what we can find. Wow. I gotta say though, I'm gonna be missing some colors because these colors are crazy good. All right, I'm calling an audible. The colors are just too perfect. I was gonna shoot a bunch of T-Max today, but as it is, these colors are just too perfect. I love the soft colors of morning light, and they're gonna be closing down this section of the road in the next 15 minutes. So I gotta get some shots in here because I'm crunched for time now. And my fingers are frozen. Well, came out here to Northampton today, expected to see some flooding after yesterday, and this is a little bit more intense than I thought. I'm here at the Oxbow Marina, and I intended to shoot some T-Max 400 today, but we've got these really beautiful, soft, early morning colors that I had to call an audible and switch to some Portra 400. Man, this is crazy. And yesterday was even crazier, that's for sure. So today we've got some really interesting conditions. We've got crazy wind, crazy rain, 45 to 55 mile per hour winds sustained. So it's really windy, and we're getting about 5 to 6 inches of rain today. So not very good for photographing in, but this is the kind of time where things start to look really interesting. And I'm driving around now and I'm seeing some really crazy stuff. And immediately after leaving my home, coming out about 5 minutes, I've already seen some down power lines and some cop cars. So really interesting day of shooting here. So we're gonna take the opportunity as branches are falling on my car to maybe get away from the trees and the power lines and head out to some safer areas. But man, that wind is gusting. If you guys can hear it. Oh geez. Maybe I can get back in my car for a second. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for just a moment because that was alarming. Well, we've made our way back down to Arcadia because we had a lot of rain, obviously. So I wanted to get down here to see just how flooded it was going to be, and I was hoping I would be able to drive through some of it and then maybe walk through. It's pretty cold out right now, but I was like, I'm gonna get my waders on and then go out. But as I'm looking down the road here, I can see a sign on that tree way off in the distance that says no dumping. And I know that that sign is at least 8 feet in the air. So no chance of walking down that way. And I'm seeing beavers and stuff like that kind of just roaming around the water. So not really ideal by any means. I'm gonna try to get up and around, but I know I'm gonna hit dead ends. All these roads are closed off. They've got barricades. And yeah, we had freezing temps last night, but none of the water has frozen over. It's just wild to see exactly what's taking place. But beautiful sunrise. I had to switch to color because it's just too pretty to avoid any of that aspect. The things that I love colors. I love early morning light. And with black and white, it would have made it just a little bit more difficult. But there is a path in the woods over here that I might try taking and seeing where that leads me. But that's pretty flooded as well. So let's take a walk down there and see if we can find something. This path is not fruitful, that's for sure. And I don't think I'm gonna end up going down there. I just talked to somebody who lives over here right on the road, and they said that this is about as high as it was in the summer, which was record highs for out here for flooding. But it's always really crazy to see the changes in the environment. I know a lot of the videos I've been making on my channel lately have been about the flooding out here, but this is sort of out of the ordinary. This is, I guess, monumental in terms of the impact on this environment. And I feel sort of inclined to come out here and photograph it as much as I possibly can and document what's going on out here, because this is something that has never happened before. Typically, this area does flood every single year, a couple times a year. But in this sort of capacity where it's impeding roads and shutting down main roads. Route 5 was closed down last night. That's the main road from Holyoke into Northampton, completely underwater last night. And today, all these roads back here still completely underwater, under several feet of water. And it's not something you see very often. So I know, I'm sure some of you are probably thinking, oh, another flood video? That's lame. But when it comes to unnatural events, or I guess a natural event that's sort of uncommon, at least at this capacity, it's worth documenting, that's for sure. here last, it was only a foot deep. Now it's 7 feet deep. That's 6 extra feet of water, my friends, in only a short period of time. We're seeing some really dramatic changes to the environment. This road that I have photographed a bunch of times when it flooded in the summer is now starting to crack and pop, and if you listen carefully, you can hear it, and it's really, really alarming. All that oxygen underneath the pavement is being sucked up to the surface, and it's pretty wild to hear. Outside of that, we're seeing tons of canoes along the side of the road from people that live out there. In the winter and in the summer when it floods, they park along the side of the road and they canoe out to their homes to make sure everything is safe. So it's pretty crazy to see the sort of conditions that you have to exist within out here in the Oxbow area. There's also a chipmunk over on that twine or that blue rope. Pretty cute little guy. Hopefully he's doing all right. Well, that's gonna wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Shot a couple of rolls of Portra 400 actually before I even came over here to the boat ramp just to see how bad or how deep underwater it was. I got a photograph of a East Hampton police officer, which was kind of cool to be able to see somebody who's actively monitoring the situation. A lot of fun today, a lot of fun. I always have a good time being able to document these sort of events. So I'll see you guys all soon. This light is harsh. Bye. Is that distracting? It is for me.